Jason and I met, got to know each other, fell in love, and then fell out of love. 10 whole years. On my 28th birthday he was in a bar playing truth or dare with a college freshman. That look of utter adoration, I'd forgotten how long it had been since I'd seen it. Watching them, I didn't feel pain, just a sudden vacuum inside my chest. Turns out moving from love to not love takes exactly 1 second. Later, when he saw me in his best friend's arms, he panicked. Can we start over? Didn't you say you wanted to get married? Let's go do it right now, okay? I lifted my left hand and smiled at the ring. Too late, I'm already married. Yeah, you lost. Truth or dare? Even from the next table my best friend and I could hear the college kids racket. Youth really is wasted on the young. The smile froze on my face the next second. The girl glanced at the guy beside her. Dare. Deal. You have to French kiss your boyfriend for 10 full minutes. The girl squirmed, but the guy just took a last drag, crushed the cigarette, and kissed her hard. In seconds she melted, tiny fists clenching his collar while his palm slid low on her back. Whoops and whistles exploded around us. They kept it up the full 10 minutes. My friend and I watched every one of them, and nobody knew what was running through my head. My friend thought I was heartbroken. That scumbag Jason blows off your birthday for a business trip, then shows up here cuddling a student, shameless. When she started to charge over, I yanked her back. I looked away and suddenly felt lighter. Forget it. Maybe he has some reason he can't talk about. You idiot. You've spent years revolving around him. You give in on everything, and now you're excusing the cheating. You're hopeless. Yeah. Meet, click, love, 10 years. How many decades does a woman get? Yet at that instant it felt irrelevant. A decade to fall in love. 1 second to stop. I stared at Jason's doting gaze. I couldn't remember the last time it had been aimed at me. Just before midnight his text popped up. Happy birthday. I answered with 2 words. Thanks. He hesitated. Normally I'd have fired back a string of emojis. Whined for attention. Annoyed him. Then said goodnight. I'll make it up to you tomorrow. Okay, don't be mad. He waited hours. My screen stayed blank. I cooked spicy hot pot on purpose. The whole apartment reeked of chili and peppercorns. Jason hates the smell. One whiff makes him wrinkle his nose. For him I ditched every flavor I loved. But tonight I wanted my food. Wanted to eat like I meant it. I just set the pot on the table when the lock turned. I didn't need to look. Those footsteps were Jason's. I hadn't expected him to abandon his little girlfriend so soon. Juggling both sides must be exhausting. What is that stench? I kept my eyes on the broth. Spicy hot pot. Sensing my chill, he swallowed whatever insult he had ready and slid a velvet box across the table. Stella, your birthday present. Sorry, work crisis yesterday. Let me make it up today, okay? If I hadn't seen the bar scene, I might have bought it. I took the gift. I'd earned it after all. Thanks. No need to redo the birthday. Where I'm from, making up a birthday brings bad luck. I dipped my chopsticks and kept eating. He hovered, then drifted to the kitchen, rummaged, found nothing. Stella, I'm starving. Where's breakfast? Sorry, I only cooked for myself. He blinked, whether he came home or not. I used to leave his portion ready. I told him it was a girlfriend's exclusive privilege. Now it just sounded stupid. Silence ballooned. He wanted to speak, found no words, and finally slammed the door. My friend found me a new place and summoned movers. Every present Jason had ever given me, I had her sell for cash. When every trace of me was gone, I laid the key on the counter and left. Jason came home sensing something missing but couldn't name it. Stella, why's the place so tidy? Only echoes answered. In the bedroom only his toothbrush, his towel, his plain soap remained. My fruity shower gel was gone. Panic hit. He yanked the closet open. His suits hung alone. My dresses vanished. The phone kept ringing until I picked up. Stella, what the hell? I missed one birthday and you move out? Does he think the freshman thing would stay secret forever? If I hadn't found out, would he have kept her even after we married? We're done. I'm exhausted. A crash came through the speaker as he kicked something. You said it. Stella, don't come crawling. I'll never forgive you. Funny. 10 years. And he still expects me to crawl. I remember freshman move-in. My friend and me wrestling huge suitcases, ready to cry, when Jason appeared. You girls heading to Riverdale. I'm Jason, finance major. Junior year. Shuttle's over there. Let me help. One look and I fell for a decade. Now the memory turns my stomach. Jason summoned his crew to drown the mood. Split. Impossible. Stella's crazy about him. Give it 3 days. She'll beg. Jason cheered up. When she comes back, I'll make her sweat. Teach her a lesson. Bro knows how to train a wife, unlike us single suckers. Jason waited for the apology that always came. Only the guy in the corner, cigarette glowing, stayed silent, eyes blazing, a savage grin on his lips. I was waiting for the bus when a black Maybach slid to the curb. The window lowered. Adrian's handsome face appeared. Adrian, heir to the sterling fortune. Jason's lifelong buddy. Need a ride? I didn't want ties to Jason's circle. No thanks. Mine's almost here. He idled so long the bus couldn't pull in. People started cursing. I hopped in. The car shot away. Where to? Not wanting to involve him, I said the first place I thought of, Riverside. Just let me off at the next plaza up there. For real, broken up? The question hit my ears and I blanked for a second. Do people fake breakups? Adrian's forearm rested on the window frame, fingers drumming a lazy rhythm, making sure you don't backtrack. They've got a pool going. 3 days max before you crawl back apologizing. A needle slid under my ribs. So that's what Jason's crowd thinks of me. Cheap enough to beg. Cheap enough that every last one of them is waiting for me to grovel. I gave a cold laugh. What? You agree with them? Adrian shook his head. He doesn't deserve you. You can do way better. I stared into his deep, quiet eyes and almost lost my balance. So I yanked my gaze away and reordered my thoughts. Adrian isn't Jason. Adrian was born into the kind of money Jason only gets to sniff at. If we hadn't grown up in the same neighborhood, Jason would never have made it past the gate. And Adrian moves, breathes, like every second is laced with some fatal magnetism. I can't afford to tangle with someone like that. Drop me up ahead. Thanks. This time Adrian didn't argue. He just pulled over. I shot out of the car like I was scared he'd change his mind if I decided to play rough. Could you actually run? He watched the woman sprint off rabbit fast, gave a helpless shake of his head, and let it go. Give her time to breathe. No point spooking her. Jason's birthday rolled around and the crew threw another party. Only this time Jason showed up with a fresh-faced undergrad on his arm. Hey, where's Stella? She's not coming? Someone elbowed the speaker and jerked a chin toward Jason. The air froze thick. Everybody, meet my girlfriend Chloe, sophomore. Take care of her. Yeah. No one had expected Jason to stay broken up with Stella, let alone parade a new girl. Coincidence being the brat it is. Our department team dinner was booked for the same venue, so we crashed into each other. Luke spotted me first. Stella, you made it. I was scared you'd skip Jason's birthday. Jason heard my name, looked up, and slouched on the velvet sofa like royalty waiting to be groveled to. I swept one glance over him and kept walking. Luke, long time. Wrong idea. I'm here for the work thing. Gotta run. Have fun. He'd waited for me to cave, and I hadn't even slowed. Chloe, sharp-eyed, spent the night glued to him. Jason was irritated, knocking back every drink shoved at him. Of course I ran into him again, reeking of whiskey, outside the ladies' room. I tried to slide past, but he caught my wrist. Stella, done throwing your tantrum. You keep saying one thing, but here you are hunting me down. Say you're sorry and I'll let you come back. Deal? Jason, are you insane? I just need to pee. Stella, I know how much you love me. You can't breathe without me. All this drama, what's the point? You'll end up right back in my arms. The slap cracked loud. I couldn't hold it. The man I once adored now turned my stomach. He still wouldn't let go. And Chloe marched up in time to witness the scene. She slapped me right back. Bitch, keep your claws off my man. Have some pride. She'd pitched it loud. Onlookers swarmed. I looked straight at Jason. Jason, was I hitting on you? Annoyed at being questioned, he hugged Chloe. Baby, don't cry. The old hag threw herself at me. I only love you. Tears ruined that pretty face. I stared at the pair and laughed. Furious. Need help? Adrian dispersed the crowd so I wasn't on display. I don't know why those two kind words shattered the dam, but I started bawling. Adrian looked startled. He's not worth it. Stop crying. There's better out there. I lifted my head to his flawless face, and a wild idea flashed through me. Better, right, better, so. Can I hire you to sleep with me? Hourly's fine, overnight's out of my budget. Adrian didn't flinch. Heat flared in his eyes instead. Sure, but I only do full nights, gratis. I actually marched upstairs and booked a room. The elevator doors hadn't even parted before Adrian had me pinned to the wall. My brain short-circuited. I kissed back. We couldn't tear ourselves apart long enough to open the door. Then the lift dinged. He swiped the key, slammed the door, and that was that. His aura swallowed me whole. Just then a familiar voice leaked in from the corridor. Jason, I'm ready. Take me, please. You're too young. Go to bed. All right? They tugged back and forth until a girl's breathy moans cut off as a door shut. I can still stop it if you want, Adrian muttered, barely hanging on. Were you lying to me a minute ago? I was scared you'd regret it. Once this arrow leaves the bow, there's no reeling it back. I'm not Jason's forever. If you don't want in, I'll find someone who does. Try me, Adrian answered, body way ahead of mouth. The man's fever scorched me all night. Zero skin left unscorched. Who knew Marble St. Adrian was such a beast between the sheets? When daylight came I waited until the shower hissed, then slunk out. Hi, I'm Stella. Stella's here. Hey, some kid's looking for Stella. Before I could blink, coffee drenched me, thick and burning from hair to heels. Cougar, stay away from my man. He's Sterling CEO. Who do you think you are? I'll show everyone what trash you are. Coworkers stayed mute. Accusing a woman of homewrecking these days can get you doxxed. Maybe fired. I stared at the 20-year-old poison princess. Jason fed you that line? Huh. I didn't need him to tell me. I speed dialed 911. Chloe was still dazed when the officers cuffed her. She got a formal warning. She stole my guy. Why am I the one busted? You got proof. Lucky for you it didn't turn physical. Or say goodbye to your diploma, Chloe wailed. Jason strolled in, stunned to see me. You're this petty. Almost 30 and you're beefing with a college kid. Where's your class? Stella. I studied the face I once thought glowed. All I saw now was rot. True, zero class. Super petty. Since Sterling's here, let's settle the damages bill. Jason blinked, probably shocked I'd invoice him. He skimmed the itemized list, cast one glance at Chloe, head bowed, and resigned himself to pay. The transfer failed, a fat red exclamation mark. Stella, you deleted me? Problem. He's my ex, not my +1. Think we swap wedding invites later? I just showed him my Venmo QR code. Don't scan that, add me back. Scan this one. Your girlfriend's right there, about to cry. Jason, annoyed, sent me 20 grand. I forwarded 5 to the company accountant, pocketed 15, and felt fantastic. Chloe was still coaxing Jason when a familiar Maybach glided to the curb. The man stepped out, looked me over, and frowned. I thought he was disgusted and took a step back. Clumsy much. One day and you land yourself at the police station, impressive. A second ago I'd been cocky. Now my bottom lip quivered and tears streamed. Turns out I wasn't above hurt. I just hadn't met the person who could trigger it. Adrian panicked, pulling me into his arms. I shouldn't have snapped at you. I sobbed harder. Jason stood there dumbstruck. Adrian, what the hell? That's my girlfriend you're holding. Let go. He lunged. Adrian planted a foot in his gut. So that's why you dumped me? You were screwing my friend. Stella, you make me sick. And you. Adrian, we're done. Were we ever friends? That line alone almost sent Jason coughing blood. Big deal. Just my sloppy seconds. Enjoy the trash. Adrian held my shaking body while I wiped my eyes. Jason, even a stray dog gets attached after 10 years. I wasn't even worth that. Just trash you tossed. Jason started to explain, but Adrian's hand on my waist unleashed fresh jealousy. Free sex. Why not take it? Smack. That slap writes off the decade I wasted. From that moment Adrian stood beside me in broad daylight. He quit Jason's crew. They'd never been equals anyway. He'd only hung around for old time's sake. But Jason played the victim, claiming Adrian stole his girlfriend and I'd upgraded. Given Adrian's status, nobody dared badmouth him. Yet he still collected proof of Jason's cheating and posted it online. The story exploded. Jason and Chloe trended for days. Every forum and Chloe's university page pinned Jason as the cheater and me as the injured party. While that fire still burned, Adrian put me back on the front page. He'd rented out all of Starlight to propose. My best friend lured me there after dark. The place was pitch black like a horror maze. Then she shoved me inside and bolted. Lights blazed. Fireworks drew a giant heart-piercing arrow across the sky. And Adrian appeared, prince-like, on one knee. I have no idea how I said yes, but the clip went viral. Jason saw it and blocked my office door. Stella, have you eaten? I booked your favorite hot pot place. You still love spicy hot pot, right? Let me take you. He was almost timid. Sure. He blinked, stunned. I ordered the Numan Fire chili base. The steam made him wrinkle his nose. He barely touched his food. Stella, you know my stomach is bad. Why? So, you used to cook bland food for me, kept spice off the table. That was then. When I loved you I accommodated you. You didn't care. Now we're done and you're nostalgic. Hilarious. I spotted Chloe behind him. Your girlfriend's here. Since you love her, give her the title. She can survive another decade. You can't. I reached Adrian's car, hopped in, and we drove off without a glance. Dinner with Jason made Adrian jealous. I spent the whole night coaxing him. I thought Jason and Chloe would last. He cheated for her, but my friend said he wanted out and Chloe refused, claiming she was pregnant with Jason's kid, so he stayed for now while bar hopping every night. Their crowd sneers at Chloe yet forgets Jason lit the fuse. I figured he'd moved on, but he rang at 2 a.m. I blocked him, so he used new numbers. Jason, are you insane? He slurred. Drunk. Stella, my stomach hurts. When are you coming home to rub it? Remember that D-letter ring you loved? I special ordered it. When it arrives I'll propose. Okay? I'd once asked when he'd marry me. Begged for that one-of-a-kind D-ring, symbolizing one love for life. He said his career came first and told me to be supportive. Every memory screamed how stupid I'd been. You're drunk. Call Chloe. I powered off. Next morning Adrian sat on my bed. Phone off. No replies. Your husband had to track you down. He hauled me up, brushed my teeth, dressed me, even did my makeup. So practiced. done this for someone else? You're the first. I learned for you. For a second I felt he'd loved me for ages, but I didn't dare hope. Dating him was already jackpot. I asked for nothing more, yet he took me to City Hall. We left with 2 red marriage booklets. Adrian, glad to be stuck with you. Adrian, likewise. He hid the certificates, but posted a shot of our clasped hands on Instagram. Finally brought her home. Same circle, same feed, Jason would see. He knows my hand as I know his. One photo was enough. After Jason saw that photo, fear finally hit him. He'd told himself Stella's breakup was just a tantrum, that once she cooled off she'd come right back. Now he wasn't so sure. Jason started popping up everywhere. Stella, just give me a little time. Okay, I'll handle the whole Chloe mess. Jason, can't we keep a shred of dignity? You've got your Chloe. Go treat her right. I'm with Adrian now. You're old news. We already said we're done. So be a man and don't make me despise you. Stella, I know I screwed up. I'll prove it to you. But Chloe got wind that Jason was spending every day with me and showed up at Riverside with 2 of her girlfriends to corner me. Stella, you little bitch, stop right there. Are you that desperate for a man? Why else would you cling to my husband? Did every guy on earth drop dead? Can't you breathe without a man? Listening to Chloe's filth, I seriously wondered whether these college kids ever crack a book. Chloe, let me remind you, while Jason and I were still together, you were the other woman. I, being the generous beauty I am, stepped aside so you 2 could be happy. And that still isn't enough for you? The onlookers had been whispering about me, but I don't suffer fools. After my little speech their eyes turned to Chloe in disgust. My, so young. Probably hasn't even graduated. Whose daughter is that? Her parents must be heartbroken. Heartbroken. Look at that bump. She's probably pregnant. She'll use any trick to marry rich kids these days. Chloe's face burned crimson. Screw you all. Jason and I are soulmates. The one not loved is the real third wheel. The aunties weren't born yesterday. Cut the crap. Plain and simple. You're the mistress. And you dare hassle the ex. If my girl acted like you, I'd smack her myself before anyone else could. You, Chloe, had come to shame me, but the chorus of scolding aunties left her shrieking and rolling on the floor. I shot a clip to one of Jason's buddies and told him to get Jason down here before I called the cops. When Jason arrived, Chloe was still wailing. At first people paused to watch. Once they heard the story, they looked ready to spit on her. Spotting Jason, Chloe figured rescue had come. Jason, she bullied me. My stomach hurts. I think the baby's in danger. I'll make her pay, then haul her to a doctor and stop polluting the mall. You think we're stupid? You think the security cameras are decoration? I can dial 911 right now. Won't be your first ride in a squad car. The officers practically know you by name. The memory of the last police station visit shut her up mid-tantrum. Stella, I'm sorry. I didn't know she'd come after you. I'm sorting things out with her. Just give me time, please. What do you mean? Jason, I'm carrying your baby. You still want your ex back. Are you even human? I can't live like this. Don't stop me. I'm jumping. Chloe expected someone to grab her. Nobody moved. Her girlfriends were busy enjoying the show. They knew it was an act and didn't bother. I can't live. Her foot slipped on the escalator and she tumbled all the way down. Grisly. But I didn't linger. It was their circus, not mine. When Adrian heard Chloe had pounced on me again, his face darkened. If she doesn't know restraint, I'll teach her. Does she think my wife is fair game? My cheeks heated. How could he make a wife sound so intimate? Planning to plead for her? No way. I held back because she's pregnant. Otherwise I'd have decked her. I'm no saint. Give Chloe an inch and she takes the whole yard. Good. Leave it to me. You just focus on being my bride. I never expected Adrian to report Chloe's stunt to Riverdale. After an investigation, the dean issued a public reprimand and expelled her. Thanks to that tumble, Chloe lost the baby, her only ticket into the Sterling family. No matter how she screamed, Jason wouldn't answer her calls. Today was the final day of my move. I'd come back to check for anything left behind and ran into Jason downstairs. Stella, I've broken up with Chloe. We're completely done. The baby's gone, nothing standing between us anymore. Jason, I might have respected you if you'd stayed. A girl carried your child, and the moment that child is gone you dump her. I can't believe I was ever blind enough to love you. Our problem was never just Chloe. Without her there'd be someone else eventually. You chased novelty, so we were doomed from day one. Panicking, he caught my arm. I cheated once. I bet you and Adrian have already slept together. One mistake each, let's call it even and start over. I laughed in sheer disgust. When you love someone even their flaws look charming. Take the rosy glasses off and they're simply revolting. Crack. My palm landed on his cheek. What Adrian and I do is our business. We're broken up. So my life is none of yours. Scumbag. You repulse me. Jason blocked my way, refusing to quit. Let's start fresh. Didn't you want to get married? Let's go do it, right now, okay? I lifted my left hand and smiled at the band sparkling there. Too late. I already did. Jason finally focused on the diamond. No, you're lying. Right, Stella. Tell me it's a lie. Say it. He suddenly hit the ground. Behind him stood a tall man. Adrian. She's mine. Who said you could steal her? She's my wife. Who even are you? Huh, some brother you are. You've wanted her all along. You bastard. Adrian didn't bother answering. He ushered me into the car and looked me over. I'm fine. Don't worry. But just now, why didn't you deny what he said? Adrian shot me a wicked grin because he was telling the truth. I had my eye on you from the start. While you two were still together, I kept to the shadows, nothing more. No wonder, after the breakup, I kept bumping into him wherever I went. So this is what it feels like to be truly cherished, utterly, blissfully happy.